Welcome to AmpedCast, where we bring together the worlds of electronic dance music and storytelling. Get to know industry leaders and talent on the rise as we sit down with them to share their artist journey from behind the decks. Our community is one for artists and music lovers alike, so settle in and enjoy the experience. Welcome to Sessions powered by AmpedCast here at Tequila 512, where we share the stories of artists from behind the decks to give you that insight to what it's like to be an artist in our community and to be an artist on the rise in the dance music space. Today, I have an incredible panel, the team behind EmpowHer, an event happening here in July 2025. And we're going to kick it off with some great introductions. Thanks, ladies, for being here tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kay, for having us. And let's get started with some good introductions. So my name's Anna Madewell, and I'm super excited to be here and to tell y'all about the vision. So this EmpowHer Music Arts Festival idea really came about 8 months ago. Yeah. And then it actually got claimed within that time too. So just putting a deadline, booking the courtyard, setting some dates. There were conversations with people that were being had. And I just felt very inspired by all the women that I met whenever I came here, and I moved here on 11/11. So a little bit over a year ago. And I just felt so inspired by the Amplify EDM, by EDM Prosperity Network, by Warrior Women, and just all these really cool badasses. And I feel like it sparked that, it really just fueled the vision, because it was very nerve-wracking to actually go after this vision that I had, because I knew that there were going to be so many people, so many moving parts, and now it's finally happening. So it is a storytelling music production showcase on a woman's journey, open to all, especially welcome to men, and it's all about embracing your authenticity. So it is called EmpowHer, and it is the burlesque DJs female lineup of the aerialists, and just the storytelling component's really important for that. So this will also be my first Madewell production, so first time I'll have my music being showcased as well live, and a live podcast to kickstart it, and then followed by the actual music festival. So, and me, I love to DJ, I love to sing, DJing for 6 years now, and I'm a soul singer at heart. I love the inspirations like Michael Jackson and Amy Winehouse, and I got MJ here tattooed on my arm too.
That's great.
And so that's really more about me.
Well, hello. My name is Sarah Sapinski. I go by Sarahtonin, and I'm a bass music producer and DJ myself. I started a nonprofit community called EDM Prosperity Network in 2024, simply by wanting to find growth-minded individuals within the electronic music space to grow alongside with. I felt that I couldn't just continue going to raves, shows, and surround myself with it's harder to have intelligent conversations with people whenever you're being pounded by subwoofers. And don't get me wrong, I love getting pounded by subwoofers. But
Me too.
it's like, how can I connect with connect with people in this space, like people that love electronic music, but also care about having deep conversations about, just growing and looking for people to help support growth. And it's sparked this amazing movement that I could have ever dreamed of happening before I started it. So I'm just super grateful that I listened to my intuition. I really feel like it was just God speaking to me and making me do this thing, because I had no idea what it really would turn into. So I'm really grateful for that. And that's actually how I met Anna. She came to the very first EDM Prosperity Network meeting, and I had followed her on Instagram for a while, and I was like, damn, this girl's really cool. And I had always wanted to meet her, and boop, there she was.
It's like crazy too. It's so crazy because I remember it was that first day after I moved here, and it was like, ooh, all my people are an hour away in San Antonio, like that transition whenever you move into a new space. And I remember I was just scrolling and I saw that first EDM Prosperity Network post, and yeah, it just felt very great timing, very aligned. Yeah. So I'm really grateful that you started that. Yeah. Me too.
Very grateful that you came and that you saw it. So thank God. And that, a lot of people in this room actually, I've met through EDM Prosperity Network as well. So I'm just really grateful to be able to, and everybody that I've met through EDM Prosperity Network is so intelligent. It's amazing. Yeah, it's sparked a lot of growth in a lot of people's lives. And I'm really happy that it happened and that I just listened to do it.
I'm Laura, aka Penny Lane is my DJ name, but I'm very new to this scene and I'm feeling just so inspired. I met Anna actually at my first Amplified EDM event. Yeah, just last month, and it's just like being around all of these amazing women and just everyone in this community has really just inspired me and amplified my dreams, my personal dreams, which, I love the whole world of music. I grew up with music. My parents are classical musicians, and I just never knew where my space was. And then I found electronic music, maybe 10 years ago, and then finally, I feel like in the past year, everything's just really been, happening. And I feel like without these spaces and these people that I'm meeting and this whole community, I really feel like this has created a safe space for me to be able to grow. And I'm really grateful for that. So I'm really grateful for everyone. And I'm just excited. That's me. Yay.
Oh, I love the energy. And I always wear black, as you may or may not know, but I really should have rocked some pink tonight. I really should. Can I rock that hat?
Oh, yes.
All right. We need to get,
yes.
We need someone to come. Yeah, Evan.
Oh, yes, Evan, the cuddly bear. Evan. Oh, so sweet. Oh. Best audio tech in town right here.
Now I feel like a vibe. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's do it.
So as you all mentioned, music has a way of bringing people together, and especially empowering people. I'd love to hear, how has music specifically empowered each of you?
Wow, what a great question. How has music empowered me? I just started since I was a little kid, a little baby. I remember my mom, she's from Mexico, she's from Veracruz, and she actually learned Spanish being inspired by the 80s music, like all the famous, right? Especially Michael Jackson. That's what really inspired her to learn English and to move to America. And then I remember that me and Teddy, my sister right there, she would just put baby powder on the floor and play the Michael Jackson videos, and we would just go at it. Like we would just try to do the moonwalk and do the thing. So ever since I was just little, I just really I'd say my mom is a big spark inspiration for that really empowered, saying, Anna, that's you, you can do that. And then, I think that idea, since I was little, it just felt very empowering. And the music itself is great. I love all different types of music, Now I DJ all open format. Started with the love for the soul and acoustic songwriter, starting with Taylor Swift when I was 15 years old, playing guitar, singing. And then, the dubstep love really started 6 years ago. So, just the way that it moves people and what it does and captivating an audience. I've always loved a good show, just a beautiful show. So anything that can really hold your attention and that can story tell at the same time has been so impressive to me. So that niche type of music production I really, really love. And I just love music all around, so.
Love that. Love that.
Okay, so the question is how music empowered me, right? Okay, wow. I would say, so music has been my escape. Music is my connection to self. Music is me. Like, I feel like ever since I was a little girl, I used to wonder, I remember very blatantly thinking about the girls that I would meet that didn't listen to music and thinking about how weird it was and how it must be like I couldn't understand, like, how could you live your life without like just loving music. And so it's always had a really special place in my heart. I used to I didn't have CDs and stuff, so like I would tune into the radio, 104.1 in Houston, the hot, like it was like the hot 9 at 8, like the hot 5 or something at 8 p.m. I know it was 8 p.m. that the hot jams were coming on. So I was like, okay, 8 p.m. always there. My radio turned it on, and it'd be like the same songs a lot of the time, but man, it didn't matter. I was like, all right, I know the hot 5. And I knew all of the words to them. And every single time that there would be a new song that would come out, I had to be in the know. And then growing up, I didn't really have that much money growing up, so music was just like the only thing I really like cared about. And then like the people in my school, right? And I just I felt kind of like alienated from them. And then I was like, but y'all don't know anything about this. And then I started listening to dubstep when I was 12. And yeah, I started going to raves when I was 14. And it was my connection to self, like truly. And then whenever I met, when I was 14 going to raves, you can imagine how mind blown I was. The plur energy, for people that don't know what the plur acronym stands for: peace, love, unity, respect, and don't forget the responsibility. I felt like that energy was so important to me, and I just wanted to recreate that in my entire life. And like the unity and the love within the space became my mission in life. And I feel like that's our mission with EDM Prosperity Network, is to live out those values. So yeah, music empowers me in so many different ways because music is my life.
I love that. Yes.
Music empowers me. I mean, like I said, I grew up in a classical music family, and I grew up in Kentucky. There was no electronic music in Kentucky. And I always, knew I loved music. I wanted to be in music, surrounded by music. That was the only thing I really found passion for, but I didn't feel like I had my voice. I didn't find, what that meant to me. And then at 25, so that's a lot later than Sarah discovered electronic music, I finally discovered it, and I was like, this is it. I love it. And I finally felt like when I was going to those shows, I could be free. I could be my truest self. I felt like the people that were there, I was surrounded by, so open. And then, just kind of kept getting deeper and deeper into the electronic world. And then finally, being able to play music has really found wow, this is where my real confidence is in this space. So I feel like, I've just over the years been empowered and really grateful that I found where it is.
I love that. You're so good.
Y'all are so inspiring to me too. I moved here in 2022 and found music and found the EDM scene from North Dakota. So don't worry. North Dakota. And so I totally relate. And how many of us out here can say music has changed your life in some way? That's why we're here, guys. Yeah. That's why we're here. So I want to know, this is a question for you as an artist, because each of you are artists. Uh-huh. How do you want your audience to feel when you're performing?
I want their hearts to just crack right open. I'd say that's the main thing that I want from my people that are listening to my music and seeing me perform. I just want their weirdest, craziest, just their deepest desire, whatever it is that they have in mind that they might even question a little bit, to not even question it anymore, and to just feel completely inspired and to feel sparked when they're listening to my music. Yeah. I really love specifically the energetic drops. That's what I appreciate about EDM. Whenever I went to some of my first raves 6 years ago at like 21, 20, that's when I discovered it. And the emotional verses and emotional buildups. So I'm really about that storytelling. I love emotional buildups. I want them to be like almost like crying, like feeling the verses, connecting with the verses and what's being said, and then in the drop celebrating. So that is how I want my audience to feel when they're hearing me sing. And then whenever they're feeling the drop of whatever I'm DJing and when I'm dancing, then yeah, I'd say that's really the main thing, is embracing their authenticity. I want people to feel authentic after they hear my music, and to go after what they didn't dare to think about or even pursue beforehand, to initiate that.
That's powerful, Anna.
I guess if I could put it in one word, I would say healed. And I'm sure that probably surprises some people. Because I wouldn't really necessarily say that my sets are tailored to be healing, right? I got crazy womps, and it's a bunch of rap edits that I make, and then it's really inspired a lot by my growing up in Houston and listening to a lot of rap and hip hop. I'm very, that was what I grew up on. And so, I want them to be like, wow, like for some reason I don't care about anything that I walked into this space thinking about before, like the things that like were burdening me, like the thing, like I just broke up with my man, but I'm at Sarahtonin set and I don't give a crap anymore. You totally forgot that you and your boyfriend just broke up, and now you're at my set and you're having the best time of your life, and for some reason you left that space feeling more healed than you felt before you came.
Yeah.
I feel like I almost have a similar, healed is a really great word. I was going to say just like completely like forget about your, like what's going on in your life, and you're just so just like in it, and that's it. That's all there is what's happening. And obviously I want you to dance your ass off, okay? And just, be having the most fun and being the most truest. Like, who cares what your dance moves are, Just be feeling yourself. That's what I want in my music.
Feeling yourself.
Feeling myself.
Feeling yourself.
So good.
I dig that. You guys, such beautiful answers and so authentic. I love it. And now Sarah, you inspired me actually to this next question. And Anna a little bit too. Who are some of the artists that inspires your music? I know there's probably a lot, but narrow it down to 3 if possible.
Wow. There's so many. Here, actually, when you want to start this out? Like that.
All right. Okay, don't cancel me. Bass Nectar. Ah! I love Bass Nectar. I loved Bass Nectar, and it really breaks my heart, everything that, sucks. But, I almost got a Bass Nectar tattoo. Thank God I didn't. It would have been my 3rd tattoo, too. It would have had to be, like, just a big line down it. It was going to be down my spine, too. So, thank God I didn't do that. But regardless, I can't not mention the fact that Bass Nectar did inspire me a lot. And I even said, like, since I was little, I was like, I'm going to be the female Bass Nectar. That didn't age well. But regardless, he still really did inspire me. And Zed's Dead for sure. Zed's Dead, I listened to since I was really little. Even like Cookie Monster in Funk Case, that was like when I was 12. Yeah. Dr. P. Hell yeah. Flux Pavilion. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, I love Flux. Yeah, yes.
That's awesome.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, this is an oldie. Zed, not Zed, but Zed was one of the first like shows I ever went to. Yes, go back Clarity days, exactly. Clarity, Zed, very house. I play a little bit more like on the progressive house, power trance side. So I'm probably gonna throw out some names that maybe people don't recognize, but Marlon Hofstadt and Bianco, like everybody's like, no, very German, very European artists. But Zed was one of the very first electronic artists that I heard, and I was like, ooh, yeah. I can dance and have fun to this.
Wow.
So good.
So awesome. Wow, I'd say that a lot of my music tastes, literally, yep. Has to be at that. Has to be. So I think a lot of it really stemmed from what my parents were listening to whenever I was little, and then I just loved some of those artists and just anyone soulful. I really love, of course, as y'all can guess it, MJ. Michael Jackson, named my kitty cat MJ, so love him. The way he captivates an audience and does so many things at the same time is insane to me. Like, he's literally an alien. It's crazy. R.I.P. And I really love Anderson .Paak. Love Anderson .Paak so much. Like, that soul, it's just it's so good. Amy Winehouse, love Amy Winehouse vocals. Adele, used to just sing all the Adele songs when I was in the car, and yeah. And then for EDM, I really love Seven Lions. Love Seven Lions. Of course, the Subtronic's weird, leveled up. Oh my God, she's so good. Like, just anything that makes you feel strange and crazy out there. For the drops, I love it. So yeah, those are some of my inspos.
You guys are making me think too. I'm like, I love some of these artists you're mentioning too. I am a huge Prince fan. Like, I know Prince and MJ have a little rivalry, but I think they actually had a lot more in common than the publicity
Their
made
beef,
it out to be. But yeah, the greats. Got to channel the greats a little bit. So now I want to bring it into kind of like EmpowHer and what you all are bringing to the community. What inspired each of you to like either create or be a part of EmpowHer, and what it's doing for just getting women to find that confidence in the creative arts and the music industry?
What a great question. So I am just going to go based off my first initial thought that it really stemmed from is, I'd say growing up in a home where I saw a lot of jealousy, and not to put my mom on blast like that, but I see my grandma, and people are saying, oh, it's a Latina spice, but it's like, no, you're being a jealous human being right now. And seeing that, I felt very normalized. And I would carry that into my relationships, my friendships, and my romantic relationships, and then noticing it, like it's like boyfriend would like, my roommate jokes about, like seeing I had like an ex like Beyonce's picture, and I'm like, okay, great, well now I'm gonna see ya. Like, crazy how jealous, it was insane. And then turning that jealousy into admiration really took work. Yeah, it really took some work. Being intentional every single morning, writing in my diary. I am so happy my friends are succeeding. When they are on the come up, I'm also on the come up. I'm surrounded by family that feel like friends. And specifically with women, growing up in Houston too, like, it's like you'd walk into a building or walk into a club, and just the stares from some of the girls, it just was not welcoming. It's kind of ugly, And
yeah, it is.
Yeah, and almost for like male gaze, and it's like, what are we competing for? Like, let's come together. That doesn't even have to exist at all. So that itself, seeing how powerful women can be when I moved here to Austin, and what it's like when all these ladies are coming together and creating this beautiful experience, and the sisterhood is so real. The relationship with it's different, right? I just love sisterhood and seeing that. So I feel like in this, and I talked about it too last time. I get roasted about it sometimes, and I talk about my shroom trip, where I saw I literally felt my ancestors from my Mexican side, my mom's side, and they were just saying, remember who you are. And don't claim this just for us, but for all the women of the past, all the women of the future, and not just for the ladies, but it's inspiration sparks inspiration. Then everybody starts embracing their authenticity, but specifically women. I feel like there's like ancestral lineage over time that's been passed down, where it's like maybe jealousy is your thing, or maybe it's like a lack of abundance or something with women, or even like taking up space, like getting in the habit of women just like taking up space. It's just that is all those ideas in one is what really had me claim this EmpowHer idea and wanting to bring it to life.
Oh, I love that.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I started DJing in 2017, and I would say before I started DJing, I did not understand feminism. I did not understand why there was feminism at all. I thought men and women were already equal. I didn't understand. And then I started DJing, and I realized that I was the only girl, and there was like this one other girl, and then the one other girl, I'm from Houston, by the way. So when I started DJing in Houston, I didn't move into Austin until 2020. Honestly, only because of COVID, so I got lucky in that situation. But in Houston, it was really hard because the men DJs, the male DJs, would be like, oh, you're only getting like attention because you're a girl. And I felt like I had no friends that were DJs because all the dudes wanted to have sex. And that was weird. And then they'd be like, yeah, girl, come over and I'll teach you. And then I'd be like, wait, but I actually don't need your help. And and then they weren't even really trying to help me. But I thought that I needed their help because they were saying that they were offering their help. And so I would take it and then realize that I was bamboozled, and it would happen time after time after time. And then like the one other girl that was like DJing in Houston was like not very nice to me, and I didn't understand why. I just wanted to be her friend, and I was just like, man, I just want girls that would do this with me. Like that is all I really wanted. And then it was always like, any female that I would really come across, it was all, like it almost seemed like it would end up being this like competition that they initiated with me, and I didn't know that I was in the competition. And I was like, damn, why can't we all just like do this and like do this together? I just didn't understand why it needed to be competitive. And even with the male DJs, I was just like, why can't we just like do this? I just don't get it. But that also seemed, when I moved to Austin, luckily there was like, there's definitely like still some of that, but there's a lot less of that. And so I was able to like surround myself with like female artists. Like honestly, it was like Kiki was like the first like female DJ that was just like fully like, let's do this, girl. Like, let's make stuff. And I was like, oh, thank God that you came to my life, because yeah, it was just, it's just been a hard time to find females in the music world. Yeah. So empowering women in the music industry is so important. And also like using this festival as a method of saying like, hey, let's unite, let's empower each other, and let's rise up.
Oh, yes.
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 Well, I feel like I really found like my confidence moving to Austin, and I found like this really great group of girls that were very empowering, and I was like, wow, I'm really finding my confidence. And then becoming, into the artist world, and then meeting Anna and Sarah and all these like amazing women, and then hearing about this music and arts festival, I'm like, how can I not be involved? Like, I have to like empower, because I'm feeling so empowered and inspired, and like, again, just like the confidence, and yeah, so I feel like, just very, that's all.
Oh, I love that.
And Laura, I love you so much. Like by the way, this girl, she's also going to be a finalist, by the way, this Saturday night at the Arena Rooftop. 154 votes, damn. And you've been such a help. Like literally, we just met last month. We met last month.
Here.
That's so awesome. It's crazy. It's insane. So like, yeah, so grateful for you, and yeah, so grateful for you both. Thank you so much.
That
Yes.
actually leads perfectly into my next question.
Oh, cool.
How do you feel in Austin specifically? How do you feel this community and what you're building and what others are building is bringing the community of music together?
Wow. We need some time to think about that one. Y'all want to? Yeah, go ahead. You go. Yeah.
Well, this year I've noticed Kay with Amplify EDM. There is Babe ATX. And then there's EDM Prosperity Network, and I'm just like, damn, this is really cool. We're all girls, and we're leading these movements.
Yeah.
How badass is that? So I was like, honestly, I feel like Austin is the place to be for the community growth of electronic music, and we're spearheading that. So that's awesome. I love Austin. Austin is the best place to be. Love it here.
I just got an idea too that sparked that. So yay! Thank you for starting that. That really yes. And so yeah, that was a big inspiration for in claiming this festival event and this idea, and for really pursuing it. We're seeing all these women-led collectives, and the main ones that I really got drawn to whenever I first moved here was definitely EDM Prosperity Network, Amplify EDM. I heard about you from my roommate Greta, and then she's like, let me connect you with Kay, and then I saw your first event. I was like, this is so cool. And Warrior Women, that was also another big one. Started going to those workouts, and I saw all these really cool ladies just going really hard. And yeah, and then this EmpowHer Music Arts Festival, I want this to be the first Madewell production that I host in a series of Madewell productions. So every single Madewell production, my last name Madewell, being an event centered around authenticity, and EmpowHer being the first one to kickstart it. So an annual event. This is the first EmpowHer Music Arts Festival, and that is the vision that I have for these Madewell productions, are to be embracing your authenticity in some form, bringing everybody together through a captivating performance and storytelling.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, like I said, just like being so new and then like all of a sudden discovering all of these communities has just been like, wow, of course, Austin's the place to be. It really is. And yeah, it's just been really like mind opening. Like I just feel like, again, amplified was the best word that we talked about earlier. I feel like it's just, wow, I've just discovered so much. And I love that all of us females are just taking over.
I love that Amplify is synonymous with empowering, you know?
I thought about that earlier. I was like, I feel some rising birds.
They really are.
So this one is for any artist that's out there who maybe feels disconnected, male, female, whoever, feels disconnected or wants to get involved. How would you open that door for them?
What a great question. So the first thing that I feel inspired to say based on this question, and it all leads back to the same thing, is getting crystal clear on what it is that you want. And spending time with your vision, and even in the morning times, I think that's really the best time for me, is, and I'm learning to make a better habit of that. My accountability buddy's really keeping me on track, shout out, of like actually, before I get to work and before I actually start my day, writing exactly what it is that I want in my vision, and being so crystal clear and knowing that God will, universe, love, whatever word that you'd like to use, will put that into my place as long as I'm crystal clear on what that is. So I feel like just getting clear on what it is that you want and spending time with your vision things will just come towards you. It'll really just work out. And there's opportunity all around, you know? So on Instagram and seeing the things and just paying attention to your community and throwing yourself out there, there's so many opportunities around, yeah.
Law of attraction.
Law of attraction, yes. I would say for artists that feel disconnected, get out of your head. Get around people. Get around artists that will uplift you. Come hang. Don't even you'll figure it out, like, and feel inspired to figure it. You'll naturally figure it out when you're surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals.
Yeah.
Agreed, 100%.
Yeah, and very similar. Just like putting yourself out there. Don't lose any confidence. Like just go, just do the things. That's what I did, and it empowered me to be here on this stage. And so just continue to put yourself out there, and don't feel like, because this is a very welcoming space I've discovered in Austin, and every community. So just don't feel timid. Just go by yourself. Just put yourself out there and work really hard, and your dreams will come true.
That is so true.
And also courage.
Yes. Courage is huge.
Being courageous. As long as you're doing things that are scaring you, then you're definitely you're doing the right thing. So that's growth. That really is growth. And that is with this EmpowHer Festival. It was so scary to me. I really just didn't. It's like this vision, these things, I just knew it was time to finally do. And I was just nervous. But when I looked at all the women around me doing these badass things, that felt empowering and sparked it. And I'm like, hey, like, we're all here helping each other out. And let me walk into this, even though I don't have the plan of what's going to happen, or the whole show of the burlesque and aerialists and the instrumentalists and the 30, 40 performers, it just got solidified like yesterday. So, so that itself, like, that wasn't fully together until like recently. Like, the idea is there, but it's like taking the courage and just walking toward it, and then knowing that it's gonna happen. I think that's,
building the plane while you're in flight a little bit.
Yes.
You have the foundation, but then the answers will come. That's huge.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, this has been such a great conversation so far. Now I want to open it up to the audience. So, any questions for the EmpowHer team? All right. The question is, why the color pink? We were pink on Wednesdays. I don't know the line.
Oh man, oh wow. I just love pink.
I really like
I've always worn pink. I just love. If you look at the EmpowHer sign back there, the blue and the pinks. I think the blue too. Yep.
Yeah.
The neon.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's mainly blue. Some hints of the pink. I did the pink shirts, but I was actually thinking to do some blue and some other types of shirts too. But I've just always pink looks good on me. I did a contrast test in Japan when I was over there. I did like the I did that thing where you like the palette color thing, and pink was my color. It was literally my color. So like,
that's a great question.
Here we are. Pink.
Pretty in pink.
Pretty in pink.
Let's go. I love that.
That's funny.
All right. Any other questions from the audience? Yes, we got a couple back here. We'll go in the hat first, and then in the red hat, and then Josh, we'll go with you too.
So do you have any tips for when, like, if something goes wrong? If something goes wrong, like either DJ set, whatever.
Pretend it never happened.
Yes. Yes.
I had this one time. I was direct support for a really big artist, Zeke Beats, and my flash drive did not work, and I did not have my backup, and I had to use the DJ that was before me, and I actually used two different DJs' flash drives, and I got done with that set, and those two DJs were like, "Whoa, man, that was like way cooler than I could have ever imagined." And I was like, and I still have people talking to me about that set to this day.
What? Act like it never happened. When something goes wrong, it may be an opportunity. Yeah, you fire on. You fire into your higher self, and you really, you really do. Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you.
I also want to add to that too. It actually just happened recently at the Babe Stock performance last week, or like 2 weeks ago, where I got up there and my USB wasn't working and the controller stopped. Like it just kind of stopped. But the mic was working. Yeah, like the power literally went out. And I remember before that, I prayed to God. Like I told God, I was like, give me exactly what I need and not what I want. And then the controller stopped. And I was like, okay. And so I took the mic and I just started singing. I just started a cappella singing. I'm like, well, while the tech team figures out, let me sing for you. Well, sometimes I go out by myself. And I started singing to the people, and it just felt really good being unattached. I think that's the word, unattached. Being unattached.
Yes, queen.
It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you made an opportunity out of something that could have been a disaster, both of you, and I think that's huge.
Absolutely,
Make opportunities. They show up
Yes.
when you don't think they're going to be there.
Yes, and then that's what people were focused on afterward. They're like, oh my gosh, the singing. And I wouldn't have done that if it...
That's
Oh,
amazing.
It was so cool.
Thank you.
It was really awesome because it was like the coolest intro that she could have given to her set, because it's not very usual that a DJ can sing, and let alone sing as well as Anna can. And she just laid it all out on the table. She's like, look, I'm talented, and I'm really talented. And she just showed them really fast, and it was just so cool. Like, it really raised the vibration of the entire space after she sang Valerie.
Kudos,
Thank you so
kudos.
much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
claps for that, both of you, for those like turning lemons into lemonade. And
Thank
so,
you.
I think Josh, you had a question, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yes.
So it's like, so the way that the timeline went, I had lots of conversations with everybody, like the sound tech, the people, the idea itself, like 8 months ago. I'm like, this thing's coming, it's happening. I'm gonna get more details to you soon. And then the partners, the organization leaders, that's who I told about to at first. I'm like, hey, there's gonna be a little bit of fundraising in here, like marketing, tap into your communities. And then whenever I say finalize yesterday, I have these ideas, like the structures of the songs and the synchronizing between when I say finalized, I mean like the moments that the aerialists are going to make space for the burlesque and the timestamps that's going to happen, and the points that there's going to be a point during the climb, like singing the Hannah Montana The Climb, where the aerialist knows that she's going to come up at 55 seconds instead of 10 seconds. So it's like those kind of finalizations, like getting so specific with the vision itself. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I dig that. Yeah, just fine-tuning it.
Fine-tuning
Yeah.
the production, yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you all for the questions. This has been such a fun conversation. Yes. And before we wrap up, how can people find each of you, share your handles, and how can people connect with your music?
Yes. So for the EmpowHer Music Arts Festival, you can follow EmpowHer on Instagram at empowher.atx. The tickets are right here. They're only $35. And then they actually go up to $45 starting in July. And then you can find me on Spotify and all the places at Anna Madewell, Madewell, Madewell. And on Instagram too, Anna_Madewell. Yep, that's me.
Yay. And thank you so much, Kay, for having us. You have been such a great host. I am Sarah Sapinski, but yeah, Sarahtonin is my artist name. And you can find me on Instagram and actually all social media handles, literally even my SoundCloud. It's Sarahtonin Tunes with a Z. So I spell Sarahtonin Saratonin T, and then it's Tunes, Tunez, Tunes. And then you can find all of my music in the link in my bio.
Instagram, I'm at PennyLane_music, and then Penny Lane on SoundCloud, and yeah, that's where you'll find me. And again, I want to thank Kay and you ladies and everyone.
Thank you so much, dude. You're amazing.
Yes, and also everybody, please, one big round of applause for Kay Cote. She's so awesome for facilitating this space. Just so grateful for you. So thank you. And you always look so good doing it.
Oh, yes, you do.
Thank you. If I were a Spice Girl, Posh Spice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this has been such a great episode. Thank you all for being a part of it. Thank you all in the audience for being a part of sessions where we share the stories from behind the decks of the artists in our community. So thanks y'all for being here today.
Yeah.
Yay, thank you.